Hi everyone, this is Basana Bizlee. After a long break, welcome to my channel and I hope everyone is doing well. Today I have a guest on my show and she's Basna from Nepal. She's my online classmate in the business diploma courses which I have been taking, and the main focus and goal for this video is to discuss about our diploma courses and overall experience. So we will gonna share what we are actually studying and how was our diploma experience has been. So it would be pretty much about the courses, the program overall, the system, the institutions, the education system, so that you can have a better understanding about the diploma program or how the education system works here in Canada. Additionally, this video will also be useful for whoever wants to study or planning to pursue diploma courses in Canada. So I would also like to encourage you to ask any sort of questions regarding to this topic, and we will try our best to answer your questions. So without further delay, let's bring our guest into our conversation and let's bring all the aspects about the diploma. Thank you, Basna, for joining me, and I really appreciate you made time for this interview in your busy schedule. First, I want my audience to know how we met each other. We have been taking online diploma courses at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. We are online classmates, and now we are friends. So it's been a year since we just completed our first year, and we are going to start our second year from September, hopefully. Thanks, Basna, for joining me in this Zoom interview. How are you? And I'm so happy to have you here, actually.
Thank you and welcome at the same time. I'm actually good. Like it's a summer and I'm enjoying the summer and
Nice.
off from the class, so that's even better.
Before going into the main topic, let's please provide some details about your background, what you are currently doing, and how long you have been living in Canada.
Okay, so first of all, I will start with my intro. So my full name is Basana Neupane. I moved here 9 years back. So I completed my master's in physics and I moved here with my husband. And yeah, it's been 9 years.
Wow, that's a long time. And what you are currently doing? Are you in any professions in Canada?
Um, Not in a professional wise, but like I was working in Sobeys as a Delhi assistant manager, and right now I'm just doing I picked some casual shift. Apart
Nice.
from that, I'm a mom of two kids,
Wow.
and I'm taking the SAS Polytech courses. So yeah.
Nice. Please tell us about your educational background. I mean, you already mentioned, but what was the major in your undergraduate, like back home?
So yeah, like I did my undergrad from physics, and then I completed my master in physics and astrophysics,
Oh,
and
nice.
then I moved here, and then I stopped that.
I really want to know, like, what's the reason you wanted to take this course, and what actually motivated you to start this class, and what are your ultimate goals?
So back in my head, I always want to study something here in Canada because with our back home degree, we don't get very much recognized here. So I just want some degree from here. But I never get an opportunity. We always have some kind of problem. Like we are in the process of doing the PR, and then I have a baby, and I have a second baby, and finally I was looking for a course that is favorable for me that I can do from my home, and I don't have lots of burden, and also at the same time it has some value
Yeah.
in this industry so that I can work as a worker once I'm done with my study. So I was searching for that, and then this business diploma caught my eye, and I thought about that, and I think like whatever I decided at that time was a right decision. So I'm so happy with my decision of taking this, but it was not that easy to choose these courses because I'm from completely a different background. searched so many courses that was pretty similar to my background, but I didn't get any of that because some of the courses I have to leave Saskatoon and I have to move to Moose Jaw and with my kids and with my family. That was impossible. So yeah, now I feel like my decision was a good decision, but at that time I was in a little bit of dilemma.
Yeah, that's a really good to know. And I know this is a tough decision because I was also looking for, a course where I can step, into a new career because, after stepping in Canada, I found it's really different, in the career perspective, in the context of job market. It's so different here. So their expectation is different, their skill expectation is different. So my question is, why did you pick this institution? Do you find any specialty when you select this institution? I mean, the Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
Yeah, there is a one major reason why I select this one is if I choose, like we have a university here, University of Saskatchewan, where I should be committed for 4 years. And I was looking for something, like a training based kind of course so that I step in and I come out as as ready for to work in this
Ready for the
industry.
job market,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, and it's for 2 years. For that time period, also that worked perfect for me if I don't want to do the 4 year. It has a very good review, and there are lots of people who graduate from the SAS Polytech, and now they are in a very good position. And also, they provide so many job opportunities, so many links, so that we can apply for the job. So yes, I think overall SAS Polytech is a very good institution from my perspective and whatever I have done a research. So yeah.
I want to give you one stat about the institution. It's actually ranked 12 in the most topmost research based college in Canada in 2021. So it's
Mhm.
actually very reputed institution, or I mean recognized institution in Canada. So do you know what's the career prospect after you complete this diploma? Like you mentioned, like it's 2 year diploma, and we just completed our first year. So in the first year, what we actually studied and what we are going to study in the second year, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Okay, so the first year is basically a certificate course.
The business.
um, and then we both took accounting on that one. So if we want to go in a job market right now, also there is a good opportunity for the job. Yes, the pay rate will be a little less than when you do the diploma, but still you can put your first step in the job market. The job, like, yeah, the
Financial
payroll, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and any financial institution.
And also
And
bookkeeper.
bookkeeper, yeah, the accounting clerk, like a basic one, so
Yeah.
you can do that. So yeah, still there is a lots of job opportunity, but I want to complete the diploma so that I get a better opportunity. Like right now we are taking a business diploma in accounting, so our main is accounting. So once we do that, then we can be the accounting clerk in a very good position, and also in some kind of like everywhere you go, everywhere that you need some accountant, and not only in the big industry, they are looking for CPA,
Yeah.
but for the small businesses they are looking for somebody that have the knowledge of accounting, so you can work as an accountant in a small business. On top of that, there is so many government jobs,
Yeah.
the
That's
CRA, Service Canada, right?
That's a
So
good thing. I didn't know that before. It's a good to learn about the opportunity during the studies, and it's very encouraging for us to continue the second year, right? Let's talk about our, course experiences overall. How was our last year?
if I speak right now, then it was good. But at that time I had a mixed feeling, like the course itself was very good, but like the course load sometimes I feel very overwhelming. with so many assignment pending, and I'm living with big family right now. So with my responsibility, with my study responsibility, it was tough, but it's worth it. So I'm very happy. It's not tough, but it's not that easy also.
I really want my audience to know that I know you are such a hardworking person. That's I perceive. I know, like being a mother of two babies and then managing your family and doing all stuff, it's very hard. You really need strong commitment, right, to your
Oh yeah,
studies. And
definitely,
this,
definitely.
like, it's going to be so hard, especially from our background, because how was our education system? You just learn the
Memorize
course
it.
and memorize it, and then
Yeah,
just
exactly.
do the exam. I want to more talk about how was our assignments, and tons of there was a tons of deadlines in a week, and how much commitment we had to take. How
100%, I will say.
yeah.
Yeah, you need to have like 100% commitment, because like I said, right now when I look back, then I just feel like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But I know at that situation I struggle a lot with time management. It's not that easy, but it's tough at the same time, because you need time. Because when they said to like I remember on our first the first day, they said you need almost 50 hours a week.
50 hours study in a week.
Yeah, 50 hours of study time a week. That's more than a full-time job. So you can
Exactly.
imagine how, you should be like 100% committed. You in a week you have like how many assignment, 8 or 10 assignment. I know that every assignment is not a big assignment,
Yeah,
but every little bit piles up, right? And if you don't
exactly.
complete it, you have no excuses.
And at the same time, you have to understand the topic, is have to really understand the course content so that you can resolve the course questions. I mean, a case study or the teamwork, you really need
Yeah.
to understand deeply the course content. You are also doing the part time at the same time, right? Like we are not, like we didn't do like so many hours, but it's still
Mhm.
it takes time to
Yeah.
prepare to go to the work and balancing everything. And I also want to ask you, why did you pick this online courses? Is there any benefit or advantage, and what are the disadvantage?
I think it has both the advantage and disadvantage both. So because like I said, I am a mom of two kids, and my I have two boys, one 4 year old, one 2 year old. So there is no way I can step out from my house and then go to the school to take a class. To manage my time by myself, I thought like the online this class will be beneficial for me. And it was actually with the time management thing.
Yeah.
If I think in my time management, I can go way ahead than the course's design. But at the same time, whenever I have some questions, and then I want to ask to my instructor, so it wasn't that easy. I know some of the instructor were very responsive, and they email us right away. And for some of the instructor, you have to wait for like a day. But if you go to a school, then you can ask like face to face right away, and your problem is solved. So yeah, you need to have that little patience when you are taking the online class, because sometimes, like you ask the question on Friday and then it's a weekend,
Yeah.
and they will give you the response on Monday. So if you lose the patients at that time, then that's not going to work. So I think that's a main disadvantage taking the online class, that you don't have a opportunity to talk to your instructor face to face. But also at the same time, the online class had some Zoom classes, which gave us the opportunity to to take our class like in an actual classroom, and you can ask a question right away. But not every course has had that opportunity. So yeah, it's a mixed feeling.
Yeah, because you have to take care of your family, you have kids,
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have you need more time, right,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
accommodate those things, because otherwise, let's say if it's in person, so you have to go physically into the campus, and you need more time to do that. So
Yeah.
it's gonna save the time, but also I want to mention, like, you will take more weight on your shoulder, especially the course responsibility, and
Mhm.
it's not gonna be about, okay, the instructor will mention you time to time, remind you time to time what's the deadline. It's not like
Mhm.
that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's so different, because if I talk from my experience, especially in the last semester we just completed, it's so
Mhm.
different from the other one, because we
Yeah.
didn't have any like, we have only two or three Zoom classes, but otherwise
Yeah.
it was all online. And
Yeah.
sometimes they don't even respond in a week. I mean, it take like 5 or 6 days, and sometimes they don't even respond. So
Yeah.
but I mean, one thing I learned from the online classes, so I have more time to think, and in ponder into the courses, and research by myself. And
Yeah.
also it gives me some sort of independent learning experience.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think, like, we are at the stage where we can learn by ourselves. That's what I
Yeah.
believe. Because
Yeah.
it's
Very
not that
true.
like we are in a school, so we're gonna be spend whole day to learn the thing. I know, like, you are also from different background, me also from different background. We are just planning to stepping into new career. We just need
Mhm.
the basic and the background about the career, about the courses, right? Even if you want to level up your study, so you can enter into the university, right?
Yeah.
To
Absolutely.
transform your diploma program to undergraduate, I mean,
Yeah.
to graduate degree. What difference you find the education system, if you compare your education system back home versus Canadian education system?
It's like completely different. It's like
Completely.
the sky and the ocean.
Give an example. Yeah, that's gonna be
Okay. I was a school teacher back home,
nice.
and then how I used to teach. I used to teach in a way my teacher used to teach me. There was no any difference at all in that year. How many year? Like 10, 15 year. So yeah, you enter in the class, you give a lectures, you provide a note to the student will read the note and then they will memorize it. And even, we give some sample questions to the student, and then we randomly pick some questions, and then the student are again trying to memorize the thing, and then they will give the answer. There will be like one or two midterm in the middle. The midterm, in like, if I go to a little bit the higher study now, let's say the undergrad or the masters, then we have like no midterm, nothing. We just have one exam at last. You don't have any opportunity, no any assignment, like, the group assignment or like that. We used to have, because I'm a student of the physics, so we have some practical exams. But I know how I gave my practical exams. It's not like a real practical exam. How what I learn here. Here are so many assignments. Every week there is
And
assignment.
also, I find it like it's really research based. Let's say they give you a case study, and you
Mhm.
need to really understand what's the meaning of the content, and then you just apply the concept into the real world situation.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Even you remember, even like in the quizzes or like that, there will be the application based question, right? And
yeah,
in our exam, there will not be a question like, what is this? There will be all the scenario type of questions. So you really need to have a good understanding.
yeah.
Back home, we used to have a question like, okay, yeah, we used to have application based question also, but mostly, what is this? And then straightforward question, like no research, nothing. You just go read, memorize, and then you give your exam, but
Yeah,
here
just
it's totally
apply the
different.
formula. That's it.
Exactly. And then even like the all the exams is the open book exam,
Yeah.
right? Like back home, it's all the closed book exam, and then we used to memorize and read the whole day, whole night. Here is
And
the open book exam. Still, the questions are tough.
yeah,
You really need to have a deep understanding of the question to give that to answer those questions, right?
so many times it's a very confusing to understand the question what it has been asking, and how are you gonna answer it. So even if the exam is open book, it doesn't matter.
No, no, doesn't it? Absolutely doesn't matter
Yeah,
because you don't have time to open that book,
yeah.
right? Because the time is set in such a way that you don't have time to flip that paper.
Yeah, if you really know like where is the definition or where is the concept, then you can go
Mhm.
and then
Yeah,
apply to the situation to answer the questions. And
yeah,
do
absolutely.
you find this education system to is effective to learn better?
I definitely think this is the best way to learn. Yeah, it's very tough. It's not that easy, but when I remember the first day of my courses and at my last day of the courses, my knowledge level jump from here to here. I'm not gonna go like very high because yes, there are so many things still maybe I haven't understood the thing like thoroughly everything, but I think this is the best way because you do lots of research, right? You have so many group assignment, we get an opportunity to know the different perspective of our group mates, and then we learn so much from them also.
Yeah.
So I think this is very good.
And what was your day to day commitment to your studies based on each course? Just give us an idea.
My first semester was completely different, but when I entered to this real online class, then I used to do one courses a day. So I used to finish like one course, whatever the thing is for a week. I used to make a schedule, and then for a week, I finished that one day, one course. Second day, I'll finish the second course. But I know some of the courses were very lengthy, and it took me some day, 2 days also. But I don't used to mix max my courses. That's how I study.
What do you suggest to our audience? What should be the mindset or attitude of a student taking this online course when it comes to the course load, teamwork, assignments? What should they expect?
So first of all, if you are enrolled in a full-time student, then you just devoted in this course. You have to give at least 5 to 6 minimum, 5 to 6 hours a day. Including that could be including weekends sometimes, because I know it's a weekend, you want to enjoy, but sometimes you have so many assignments coming up,
I
and then
I I don't think we had weekend.
exactly. I think all we relax is like in that Christmas break.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's very tough because you have to go through all the content.
yeah.
You have to study. You have to make note depending on what kind of person you are. If you like making a note, then you have to make a note. Um, so yeah, if anybody want to study in SAS Polytech, then they should be committed for their time management, because the time management is a very important thing once you become a student.
Nice.
And then I think we have learned a lot with the time management thing, right?
Exactly. Actually, we learned so many additional skill. I would say like presenting ourselves, talking
Yeah.
to somebody fluently. English is foreign language, so I think there are so many times in teamwork, in team presentation, case study. I mean, it's a very interactive. And I find it really, it's a big learning experience. I think it's gonna be very useful in our career, to meet new people. You're gonna be with so many people from different countries, different
Yeah.
communities, from different perspective. So it's really nice to have this kind of education.